Duelist Revolution now has a Facebook page. Throw in a like to stay updated on our latest videos and more. Hello YouTube, Robert here from Duelist Revolution, doing another commentary for you guys. Today we have an interesting feature match. Seats on the right is playing his Mega Phantom Beast deck, while me on the left playing my Gishki deck. So these aren't your typical meta decks that you see at larger events like Shadows or Satellite Knights, but it should be a fun feature match. Dice roll on deciding who starts first. I think C2 would like to start first since he has more back row to place, so he can prepare for the Gishki onslaught. Placing 3 back row and setting what seems like his stack. It's a scrap chimera. He's playing a small scrap engine, which lets him go into scrap dragon easy, which is a pretty good card in Mecha Phantom Beast since your own cards can be destroyed. I summoned the Beautiful Princess. It's a new support for Gishki. When it's summoned, you can banish it with its own effect, and then you're allowed to summon a level 4 or lower fish monster directly from your deck, which is Gishki Abyss. And when it's summoned, normal or special or even flip summoned, you can search your deck for a Gishki monster with 1000 or less defense. So I'm searching the Gishki Vision. The Gishki Vision can be discarded from the hand to search your deck for a Gishki Ritual monster. And of course, combined with the other card, Gishki Shadow, which I also discard at this point. Gishki Shadow can search your deck for a Ritual spell card, Gishki Ritual spell card. So that's, yeah, the entire engine right there with 2 cards, making the deck pretty consistent. They also can be used for the entire tribute for a Gishki Ritual summon, which is pretty handy. But you'll find yourself using them for discarding and searching more. Placing the back row, passing the turn, Seeds draws into a Mega Phantom Beast. Lion is the tuner, which they really needed. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Mega Phantom Beast token. Flip summoning his Crab Chimera. Normal summoning his Mega Phantom Beast Lion. And deciding to whether activate his aerial recharge or not, which lets him special summon a level 3 Mega Phantom Beast token. So that would give him more synchro options. But it looks like he is deciding to go for the level 6 synchro, which is Goyo Guardian. And of course the O-Line special summoning a Mega Phantom Beast token in defense mode. Goyo Guardian attacks the Gishki Abyss, but a Phoenix Chain responds to its attack. He passes the turn. I run to a Mystical Space Typhoon, summoning another Gishki Abyss, which let me search the deck for another Gishki monster with 1000 or less defense. Seeds responds with a Phoenix Chain, but I respond with the Mystical Space Typhoon because I needed the search to get the engine going and to perform a ritual summon. Searching the Gishki Vision, discarding it, and searching a Gishki Zealgigas, which is by far the most powerful Gishki Ritual monster. Overlaying the 2 Gishki Abyss for a rank 2 Xyz monster, Gachi. At this point I also feel like I was baiting some back row, but fortunately he didn't take the bait. So, performing a ritual summon, activating Aquamirror, but sees a response with Solemn Warning, paying 2000 life points to negate the activation of Aquamirror. Since the ritual summon the cost isn't required on activation, I don't have to discard the ritual monster I was using as a cost. The Aqua Mirror also has a pretty good effect in Grave. You can return it to the deck and add a ritual monster from your deck to the hand. So Siege is activating Aerial Recharge here to get a token, but I respond with Mystical Space Typhoon. Activating Iron Call, which lets him reward a level 4 or lower machine type monster from his graveyard into face up defense position, but it gets destroyed in the end phase, and its effect is negated. Synchro summoning the Goyo Guardian and the Mega Phantom Beast Olion for a Scrap Dragon, giving him another token since Olion is sent to the graveyard. Normal summoning another Mega Phantom Beast Olion. Effect of the Scrap Dragon, targeting the Mega Phantom Beast Olion and the back row, which is a Forbidden Lens, and I chain it to his Scrap Dragon, making a Scrap Dragon not strong enough to get over the Gishki. And of course the Mega Phantom Beast Olion will not be destroyed since there are Mega Phantom Beast tokens on the battlefield. Then he synchro summons for a level 5 monster, which is an Armades, and attacks with Armades over the Gishki. I don't know if he's trying to shark or if he really doesn't know, but Armades effect basically says you can activate any effects during the damage step or when he attacks, but Gishki has a continuous effect that prevents him from being destroyed, so Armades doesn't stop that. For me this was the best top deck I could have hoped for. It's the Aqua Mirror again, so I can perform a ritual summon. Activating the effect of the Zielgigas, paying 1000 life points to draw a card, and if that card is a Gishki monster, you can have to shuffle one card on the field back into the deck, so that can be pretty strong. It doesn't target. Attacking with the Zielgigas over the Scrap Dragon. Zielgigas usually has 3200 attacks, which is pretty big for itself, but it's boosted by the Gishki to a 3400 attack. And Scrap Dragon dies, so Sita gets to add back the Scrap Chimera from his hand. A great thing about the Zielgigas is that it's got huge attack, it shovels things into the deck, making a +2 if you draw correct, and it doesn't target, so it's a really strong monster. And this is not summoned from the extra deck, so that's pretty good against Shadows. Activating the effect of the Aqua Mirror from the graveyard, shuffling it back into the deck to add a ritual monster from the graveyard to the hand. And passing the turn. Cheats it wrong into a Supply Squad, not really the best top deck at this point, but he still has some field presence. Attacks with the Armades over the Gishki. Gishki doesn't get destroyed. And passes the turn. I activate the effect of Zielgigas, paying another 1000 life points to draw a card, which is a compulsory evacuation device. Still not a Gishki monster, but it's an extra draw, which is never a bad thing. Summoning the Gishki Abyss. Let me search the deck for another Gishki monster with 1000 or less defense. The Gishki Shadow, which adds back another Aqua Mirror. Activating the Aqua Mirror, tributing the other Zielgigas from the field to summon a new Zielgigas, activating the effect again, paying 1000 life points to draw another card, and it's an Aqua Mirror, still not a Gishki monster. I really wanted to shuffle the Supply Squad back into the deck because that card is amazing in Mega Phantom Beasts, since they can spam tokens and you'll have to get past them, and they keep drawing cards. Activating the effect of the Aqua Mirror again, shuffling the Aqua Mirror back into the deck to add a ritual monster from the graveyard to the hand. I could have gone for a third Yu-Gi-Gas, but I didn't really feel like it, because I'm still wasting cards and life points. Activating Raigagi, getting rid of his entire field at once, but allow him to draw a card for Supply Squad. Switching the Gachi to attack mode and attacking with all 3 monsters. Bringing him down to only 900 life points. Placing 2 back row, passing the turn, and he has to have a pretty good top deck to get out of this situation, and he drew into a Forbidden Land, so it's not really what I was hoping for. I mean, Dark Hole or Raigagi would have been great, but yeah. He concedes game 1. Sita didn't have a really great hand for Mega Phantom Beast, and once Gishki starts spawning their boss monsters, it's just pretty hard to get rid of it, because you draw an extra card every turn, and it's a 3200 beater, so it deals a lot of damage. So, heading to game 2 after siding. My hand is pretty bad at this point. 2 Aqua Mirrors and a card that searches Aqua Mirror, and Sita opening with a Thunder King and 4 back row, so I'm not allowed to search, drawing into the 3rd Aqua Mirror. So the searcher in my hand is useless at this point. Well, it already was useless with the Thunder King. So I passed the turn, Sita summoning his Scrap Chimera and attacking with both, bringing me down to 4400 life points. It's me drawing a card. Yeah, the Gishki Shadow can be used for the entire tribute of the ritual summon, and that was what I was going for at this point, because if I didn't summon anything, it would have been gain anyways, because he would have attacked with both monsters and overlaid for Kawi or something. So yeah, I was hoping that he didn't have any back row to respond to my summon, and he didn't, so I activate the effect of the Yu-Gi-Gas, paying 1000 life points, but he responds with Phoenix Chain. Which is terrible, but at least I got a 3200 beater on the field, so I won't be taking any damage anymore. And I drew into the Solemn Warning, and I was hoping he'd overlay for a 101 or a Castel to summon, to get rid of this Yu-Gi-Gas, and then I could just warning it, and the Thunder King would also be gone from the field. So yeah, he overlays for 101 Silent Honor Arc, and I respond with Solemn Warning, being another 2000 life points to negate the summon, and getting rid of the Thunder King. But I'm only at 1400 life points. So it's adding another back row, and ends his turn. Me drawing into the Beautiful Princess, which is a pretty decent top deck. Summoning it. Activating the effect, banishing it to special summon a level 4 or lower fish type monster from the deck. Gishki Abyss, activating the effect, but Sita responds with Mistake. Mistake is a continuous trap card that says as long as it's face up on the field, neither player can add cards from the deck to the hand. So it's Thunder King in a trap card. So yeah, he drew both his side floodgates against Gishki in his opening hand, and that is pretty good. Drawing into another back row, so he has to pass his turn since his field is full. Summoning the Gishki Abyss, not allowed to search, but can still make a rank 2 play. Overlaying for Deckos to Phoenix, I was just baiting out back row or hoping to do some damage. Dagusta Phoenix can detach one material, and that allows a wind monster on the field to attack twice. And since he is a wind monster himself, you can attack for 3000 damage. But seeks to respond with the Phoenix Chain. Draws a card, ends turn. Activating Salvage, which allows me to add 2 water monsters with 1500 or less attack from my grave to the hand. Summoning the Gishki Shadow and just attack for 1200 damage. Since there's not much else we both can do, because the Mistake is still active on the field. It continues to draw back row. Already has 3 face-up continuous trap cards. It's almost like you can play the Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames, to send 3 trap cards to the graveyard and special summon a 3000 beater. Passes the turn, me drawing into another Salvage, which usually is really good in Gishki, but at this point it doesn't really matter, so I think 1 Salvage in the grave, 2 Salvage on hand. So I decide to swing by with the Gishki Shadow for another 1200 damage. Seeds activates Aerial Recharge, which let him special summon a token, and in the end phase he has to tribute a token or destroy that card. So I was reading the card and was asking him, like, does it really matter if I attack or not, because otherwise you destroy the card anyway. And he was like, yeah, because I need the space for my back row. So attacking the token and destroying the card, otherwise he would have been left with a token. He's still not drawing into any monsters. Activating a Foolish Burial, which allows him to send a monster from the deck to the graveyard, as we might all know. Sending a Mega Phantom Beast O-Lion, and when it's sent to the graveyard, it special summons a token, and doesn't matter how it gets sent to the graveyard, it's like Dandelion. Activating Creature Swap. You wanted to put the token in attack mode instead of defense mode. Swapping my Gishki Shadow with his token. Yeah, I was thinking a little bit about giving him the Dagusta Phoenix since it's Phoenix Chain, but then again, if he could have gone rid of his own Phoenix Chain and made it attack twice, and then it would have been game. So that's why I gave him the Gishki Shadow, since it's pretty useless to him. So he attacks over the token and I take 1200 damage, bringing me down to my last 200 life points. He activates another supply squad and ends his turn. Me drawing into a Zealgigas, which is a pretty decent top deck. Because now I can tribute summon the Phoenix Chained Zealgigas on the field. For the new Zealgigas in my hand. Activating the Aqua Mirror, tributing the Zealgigas, and summoning a new one. Fortunately, not enough life points left to activate this effect, but it's still 3200 beat stick. Attacking over the Gishki Shadow with 3200 attack, bringing him down to 4800 life points. Me switching my monsters to defense mode and setting another monster as a defense, because if he top decked a monster that would have been stronger than Dagusta Phoenix, it would have been game. And he did. He top decked a Mega Phantom Beast card with 1700 attack, so if he attacked over my Dagusta Phoenix, it would have been game. So that was pretty close. This Mega Phantom Beast allows you to tribute a token and boost its own attack to 2500 until the end of the battle or damage step, not quite sure. And he attacks over the Dagusto Phoenix, getting rid of his own Phoenix Chain and my XCs. Taking another back row, passing his turn. I draw Gishki Beast, another pretty decent top deck. It's basically a Wolf Bark for Gishki. When it's summoned, you can reborn a level 4 or lower Gishki monster, so you can either reborn the Gishki Abyss, which lets you search another card, or reborn the Gishki Shadow, which is a level 4 monster and allows you to go into the well-known rank 4 toolbox. So, me figuring out my options at this point, could go into Diamond Direwolf to get rid of the stake, but I felt like I had a big beater on the field, so, and the mistake wasn't really doing anything at this time. So summoning the Gishki Beast, activating its effect to reborn a level 4 or lower Gishki monster from the graveyard into face of defense position is the Gishki Shadow, and Chicha responds with a Torrential Tribute, destroying all monsters on the field except for his own Mega Phantom Beast, and he gets to draw a card because his token gets destroyed and Supply Squad is on the field. So now, it would have been game if I didn't have a salvage left. Fortunately I do, adding 2 water monsters with 1500 or less attack from the graveyard to the hand, adding back a Abyss and a Shadow. Should have added a Gishki Beast back, don't know why I didn't do that at that point, but yeah. Activating the effect of the Aqua Mirror, shoveling it back into the deck to add a ritual monster from the graveyard to the hand. And I still have a Aqua Mirror face down, activating it to summon Zielgigas, tributing the Gishki Shadow, which can be used as the entire tribute for a ritual summon of a Gishki monster. So I once again have a 3200 beater on the field, and since Supply Squad already used this turn, I figured I attack over the Mega Phantom Beast. Kind of afraid of the back row, but then again, it was all or nothing at this point. Bringing Sitsa down to 3200 life points. Drawing card. Seems like he drew into an MST. Not the best top deck at this point, but he has a Dark Hole in his hand, so activating the Dark Hole, getting rid of my Zielgigas, and at this point I was like, okay, send a monster attack for game. But he didn't have a monster to attack with, so he's deciding whether to set the Mind Crush or not. That's in his hand. Or the MST. But at this point, figured it was like Mind Crush because he's reading cards in the graveyard. Draw a card, it's the Aqua Mirror again. Pretty decent. Activating Salvage to add back the Gishki Shadow and the Gishki Beast. So I figured I'd tribute the Gishki Shadow for the ritual summon of the Zielgigas and summon the Beast again to make a rank 4, but he activates Mind Crush, calling the Gishki Beast, and gets to see my entire hand, which is not that impressive. So I activate the effect of the Aqua Mirror again, shoveling it back into the deck and adding another Gishki ritual monster from the grave to the hand. And since I have an Aqua Mirror in hand and a Shadow that can be used as the entire tribute, I can ritual summon another Zielgigas. And not quite enough damage for game, it's 100 shot, but I have the Gishki Abyss attacking for 800 and the Zielgigas would attack for game, but he has a Forbidden Lance, making the Gishki Abyss 0 attack points. So leaves him with only 100 life points left. So if he now top decks a good monster, he can get past the abyss and attack for game. He top deck a monster, but it is a Mega Phantom Beast O-line. Unfortunately for him, it's not strong enough to get over the Gishki abyss. But then again, it will allow him some defense, since when it gets destroyed, you will special summon a token, and he gets to draw a card with Supply Squad. Checking his graveyard for options. And sets the Mega Phantom Beast O-line and an MST. I draw into a Compulse, which is a pretty good top deck. Again, for me, I was really sacking this game. Second the Compulse, and unfortunately he has an MST in the end phase. Otherwise I would have compulsed this monster in my own turn and attacked for game. Or if he would have made a Synchro or something like that. Seeds are now saying he has the O mistake is working against him, so I think he drew into a Scrap Beast. Which is also a tuner monster, so that leaves him with 2 tuners. So if he would have top decked those cards a few turns earlier, we would have made game, since I only have 200 life points left. Then again, he keeps top decking monsters, and with the Supply Squad gets to draw additional cards, so I can't attack him here. So if you want to know the definition of a grind game, this is one of them. Sets the monster and passes the turn, and for me it was the luckiest top deck anyone could have ever had at this point. It was the Gishki Beast, allowing me to reborn a level 4 monster, which can go into a rank 4, and of course that's Gagaga Cowboy, doing enough damage for a game. So yeah, that was a pretty grindy feature match. Hope to see you next time, and remember to like and subscribe for more videos.